What's up, man? Hello, guys. The polls close in about 10 minutes, so that's interesting. What's up, man? Hey, guys, how's it going? Today, I'm gonna be currently looking at. Hold on, give me 1 second, because I just realized I have it on window display. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Trying to look at this really quick, but do not leave yet because I'm just setting this up really quick. All right, perfect. Here we go. So what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. We're going to be looking at the DC primary results. This is going to be an interesting one because, obviously it's taken quite a bit, and we're going to see what happens here. Supposedly this is Nikki Haley's one chance of actually winning a primary, which is interesting, but I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. I think Trump maybe pulls it off. I believe it is a close primary, so she may be able to pull it off, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay, just waiting for more people to come in, but let me see something. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. Hello. What is up, guys? Sorry, I just had to work on a couple things for a second, but let's see. Who do you think will win? I think Donald Trump's probably going to win. Not gonna lie, I don't know if Trump's gonna hit the 70s. I mean, that would be pretty surprising, to be honest, but I think that maybe this is Nikki's best chance at winning a primary. I think even more so than like New Hampshire per se. Um YouTube channel I made because I'm bored says, I think New Mexico has a very tiny chance of flipping the cycle. Do you think so too? Actually, I think it has a decent chance of flipping, especially with all of the Hispanic trends that are going on. I think that it could very possibly shift. It just kind of depends on certain things. Like it really just depends on the national environment. If Trump wins the popular vote by like 4 points, then yeah, probably. I don't think there are any like I don't think I've seen a poll for the primary. I don't think I've seen anything. I'm gonna also have this open as well. Um yeah, Trump only got 14% of the vote here, so that was interesting. So I'm kind of curious to see how this goes. California and Texas have the most delegates. DC has like one of the least amount of delegates in the entire primary, so we should be good. But I also think that Trump is gonna pull out the victory, guys. I do think that he is gonna pull it off. I just don't know by what margin because we are in a very weird spot where we kind of have no clue what's gonna happen with it. So, I mean, it really just depends. We're literally gonna have to just wait and see what happens. Let me see something, guys. Hold on. I am very excited for Super Tuesday. I actually am very excited for Super Tuesday. We're gonna see how that goes, but that's gonna be an interesting day. That I can tell you is gonna be very, very interesting. The polls are about to close, guys, in like 46 seconds roughly. They're about to close. So we're going to see how that goes. How long do you think it's going to be to get results? Do you think Trump will sweep the board on Super Tuesday? Yeah, pretty much, guys. Like, he more than likely might get all of the delegates. And the most important political issue for me, I'd probably say, is illegal immigration. By the way, guys, please like the video. Everybody that's in the chat, please like the video. We need to get this out there. Super Tuesday is going to be a huge stream for sure. Like 100% is going to be a really big stream. Tell everybody who watches the channel to be on the lookout for it, because do you think Nikki Haley will endorse Trump? No, she's not going to endorse him at all. I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt she'll endorse him. I absolutely doubt she's going to endorse him. I'd be really surprised if she did. Let's see. Oh, voting has, okay, let's see. So they say all voting has already ended. You think Nikki will endorse no? I think she might low-key team up with Biden or something, or run third party, in my opinion. I don't think she has the best interests of the country for herself. So let me see. She said recently she doesn't want to Biden or Trump because all they do is name call. She is apparently focused on making neither of one of them the president. Oh shit. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. She's kind of sus, not gonna lie. Let's see, guys. Nothing yet. Nothing yet out of there. Still nothing. Let's see. So we are. Anthony Gamblin says she recently doesn't want. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. I had already read that. We're just waiting for the polls, guys. Honestly, right now, I think that at this point. Oh, I put the wrong one by accident. Okay, here. There's mine. Yeah, let me click this. And pretty much, I believe that more than likely, Trump is in a good position to win, but low key, my kind of I don't know, I honestly feel like his chances thank you, Smith. I really appreciate it. Have you been like keeping up with the content and stuff? Let's like save. I don't think there's anything out yet. Yeah, there's nothing out of DC yet. They haven't reported any votes yet. Well, that's good, Smith. I really appreciate it. Hawaii, I think Alaska's safe. Virginia's probably likely alongside New Mexico. I think that, well, if she endorses Kennedy, then he's gonna fall in the polls more than likely because she's electoral poison to everybody. Like, if she endorses him, even if he's not in her little like prime, like her little globe thing, her little like globalist kind of thing, I still think yeah, it's still yeah, they haven't even called it yet, which is interesting. And it's not like they're waiting for other precincts to close. So it's probably going to be a close race. Not going to lie, guys, I'm going to be super honest with you. If she actually pulls out the win, do not be surprised because this is DC. It's a state that's super super Democrat. Like if so, just FYI. We're still obviously waiting for results right now. I'm probably going to end the stream once somebody is projected the winner. Let me see, every 10 seconds. Updates it like every 10 seconds, it seems like. Oh, wait, so there's results on CNN already? Let me go on CNN then. CNN primary, DC primary results. Let's go check. Oh no, there's no results. I thought, bruh, come on. I'm gonna have all three open just in case. What do you mean it updates? Oh, okay, I see. Like, okay, I get it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see what they mean. I was like, what? But now that makes sense. Okay, I get what they were trying to say. I'm probably gonna end the stream once somebody's like projected the winner more than likely. So Just FYI. Hmm. Hmm. Trump will probably get 63% of the vote. I mean, guys, it could be closer. Honestly, don't know. Is Trump winning Pennsylvania? I say he's pretty favored to win Pennsylvania at this point. Hmm. Nothing out of the state yet, so it's gonna be a long wait, I guess. At least for now, it's gonna be a little bit of a wait. Let's see, nothing out of the state yet. Thanos was right. Thanos did nothing wrong, bro. What? What do you mean there's only one vote in the DC primary? Oh, like you can only go to one place? There's one polling booth? That's actually insane. That's actually crazy. No, nothing yet, guys. Damn, bro, there's one polling site? That's actually wild. I don't know how I feel about that. That's super sus. If neither gets 50, I have no idea. Theoretically, that could happen if it's like a close race, but I don't know. Hmm. Still nothing yet. New York Times sets the winner should be announced by 8 p.m. Oh my God. Come on, bruh. JD Vance 2020. Low key, he wouldn't be the worst candidate, to be honest. I wouldn't really mind him. Is the District of Columbia historically slow for counting votes? I mean, I'm not really sure if they are that slow, but I mean, at this point, we also just kind of have to wait and see what happens. Nothing's really in yet, so nobody has anything in yet, like at all. So we're literally just waiting right now. I wouldn't expect there to be massive turnout either, just because of the fact that like DC doesn't really have that many Republicans. So like I don't really know how many votes there's actually gonna be. Like, would there realistically only be like 15,000 votes or something like that? Like, I don't even know. Damn, at most 3,000? Wow. Hmm. Literally nothing yet. Hey, it's real Jimmy from Discord. I was wondering if we could discuss this VC. Um, Let me see. Um, hmm. I mean, I technically could. Damn, I don't know why this shit is giving me a hard time. It's kind of weird. Hold on, give me a second, cause my Discord is tripping right now. Yo, hold on, bro. Oh my God, bro. Come on. There we go. I hear real Jimmy. Join the Discord voice chat. So like I'll be in it. Double C. You're the only one who voted for Trump in 2020. That's crazy. Oh, just join it. Just join the server. Go in the. Oh, that's right. I didn't put the links in there. I didn't put the description. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll tell you right now what you gotta do. Just give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Don't you worry, child.
Yeah,
Hello? Is that you? You found it?
this isn't Jimmy, but
Oh, okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Trust me, I have like a have a bunch of shit. Did you guys see the description now? I think I just added it. So you guys can now go in the description and like join the Discord and stuff like that. So hello? Hey guys.
yeah, this is Jimmy.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for the dono, by the way.
No, I'm doing. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for the dono.
So you're streaming about the DC primary, and
Yeah.
Haley. I think the establishment is
Mm-hmm.
not gonna vote for her. I,
Why
you
do you
know,
why do you
in
say so?
2016, in 2016, Trump, I think he got like 17% of the vote. But I think people are looking at Haley right now and
Okay.
thinking, "Hey, she is just delusional."
Okay.
This is true.
I mean, it is true. I just don't know
You know,
about the people.
yeah.
I just don't know
That's
about
people.
DC. That's the main question is that gonna be applicable to like a state like DC, for example? You know what I'm saying? So it just depends, to be honest. Like I'm not concerned.
The thing is too. Well, I think since Trump is taking over the RNC, I think the establishment is going to be more in favor of Trump, in my opinion, since basically he just has 200 delegates already. I think this primary is already over.
Right?
Basically, it's been over since
Oh, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. GL Rocco just in fact became an exclusive member. Thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, man. So I wanted to point that out, but you
Good
guys can
job,
continue.
American patriot. Well, anyways, as I was saying, a lot of the people, the Republicans that live in DC, a lot of them are lobbyists, consultants. Many of them are actively people who work in DC. You don't really have many citizens. Well, they live there, but non-political citizens that live in DC. So this is really going to be a test of Biden. He got like 90% of the vote there. Yes. What I'm saying is, amongst the Republican electorate in the state, it's mostly people who work in DC, a part of politics. So that's going to be a big test if he's going to have lots of these people. He said, yeah, helping these people who live here. He said he's going to
Yeah,
look and he's not going to let them work for him if they vote
Rocco,
against
you
him.
can join the Discord server in the link in the description. Um, and I just sent the link. I have the link in the description. You could join right now if you want. So, hello?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was just telling because Rocco
Yeah.
had asked me if he
Good.
could join the call. I was just telling Rocco like just join the server and then you could like, go through with the yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to join on my phone real quick. Dude, if Trump wins the primary, the Washington D.C. primary, by like a tremendous amount, then like Haley is just like, I don't know what Haley will do, but she's probably gonna say like, "Oh, we won anyways, even though we got like 40%, 30% of the vote." Like she always does. Like that's victory for her. That's victory. Yeah, victory for her is like 25%. Let's just be real. Yeah. She might be good in deep, though. Depends. Yeah.
Man, still no results out of the state, bro. It's ridiculous. People take forever to count, bro.
If you have like 18,000 votes for Trump in 2020, it's like,
That's what he got in the
okay.
primary?
No. He got 18,000 votes in the 2020 election,
Right?
which fucking DC, uh, Biden got like 300,000 votes, and that's yeah. So if the establishment votes for Trump,
Mm-hmm.
then it proves that her donors are already gone. They're just gone, bro.
Right, yeah. I mean, for the most part.
In 2016, the primary got a little over 2,000 votes. Actually, no, a little under 3,000. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know how these people have not posted results yet. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is. You're not even gonna have 4,000 voters. You should. When does Washington D.C. polls close? They already did. Oh, they already did. Yes, it's 27 minutes ago. All right, Washington D.C. is the new Nevada. This is true. This is a true statement.
That is true. That is definitely true for now.
Anyway.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
Hello, is that Rocco?
Boston.
Oh, it's Boston. Oh, okay. Damn, Rocco hasn't found the link in the description yet.
He got it. He's here.
Oh, he's there. Oh, okay. I thought he didn't find it yet. I was like, huh?
We got a packed house tonight. The On Point posse is here.
Yeah, that's fire.
The OP posse.
Just waiting for now.
Dude, on the so the Hill had the results up. And they don't even have Nikki Haley listed. They have Ryan Binkley, DeSantis, Trump, Christine Vivek. They don't even have. They have her to find her. You have to click Show All Candidates.
Really?
All right.
I on the Hill, yeah.
On the
There's
hill.
nothing from D.
Ryan Binkley Mentum.
Ryan
Binkley Mentum will happen, folks.
Blinkley
Binkley-
Mentum.
Binkley will win by a landslide.
Okay.
He'll get 0.1% in Texas.
There's nothing in yet on.
Yeah, there's
Vision.
yeah, there's literally nothing in at all. Like in
Yeah,
any
which gotta be-
website, like at all.
I was just watching. Go on.
3 a.m. ballots are going to be coming in.
Yeah, for real. They're gonna rig it for her and she's gonna win. She's gonna get momentum.
So very sad.
Haley momentum.
Mickey is saying.
Bruh.
Also,
Not gonna lie, now that I have more people in here, I might want to do this like just for fun for now, as long as we're waiting for results, to be honest. Cause bro, I've literally been streaming for 40 minutes already and there's no results yet. That's actually insane, bro.
I was watching Red Eagles. I was watching Red Eagles stream, and someone in the chat said we're not going to start getting results until about 8 o'clock.
Are you kidding? This is an example of the incompetent DCS. We'll never get results until 3 a.m. We will need to. They're stealing the ballots.
JD Vance. Okay, I'm gonna do this with you guys on stream. What do you think about like a Josh Shapiro versus JD Vance scenario? What do you think about that?
Oh, I honestly
probably gonna happen in 2028. So, I think that a potential Trump second term would be a little bit more controversial. And the reason I say that, I think he would have lower approvals just because the fact that he's not going in for re-election when he's making decisions during his first
Oh
term.
yeah,
Now
he's
he's
gonna go.
But he can do the
Well,
more
here's the thing, though.
platform.
Here's the thing, though.
Go
If
ahead.
Biden was reelected in 2024, Republicans would do better in 2026.
Yeah, they do way better. They'd
If
probably almost be
If
guaranteed to
Trump
win.
was elected in 2024, Democrats would have a massive blue wave in 2026.
Yeah, they would.
So with 2028,
I'd say off the preface that Trump wins the election, I'd say JD Vance, like maybe I think New Mexico, funny enough, despite Minnesota being likely, I think New Mexico would be lean just because of the fact that I think Hispanic trends would still continue. So that means he'd probably win Nevada, first of all. However, I think Josh Shapiro would win Arizona.
Here's the thing, though.
I think he win. I
Here's the
think
thing,
Josh wins
So-
Arizona pretty easily. I think he gets Michigan. I think he gets Pennsylvania. I think JD Vance does win Georgia and Wisconsin, but the Nebraska second district goes there, and New Hampshire probably goes likely Dem, and this would go likely Dem.
Yeah.
So this is probably the 2028 map in that scenario.
So if you're saying that this would be like the 2028 map, who wins, Biden or Trump in 2024?
This would be if Trump wins, probably.
I
Interesting.
hate to break it,
Like,
but okay, go ahead, and I'll speak after you.
I really don't think it would be really close in 2028 if Trump won. If Trump won in 2024, I think Democrats would do somewhat well in 2028. They'd probably lose Wisconsin, but do well in a state like Georgia. I think this is going to be a hot take, but I think Kansas would be likely Republican.
Yeah, I
Instead of
could see
state
that. I could
Republican.
see that happening.
In Utah, I could see Utah being likely
No.
Republican.
Now
I
the thing
could
about
see it.
God,
Mormons are just the establishment,
the thing is, the
and
thing about Mormons is
Californians moving in.
they don't like Trump.
So you think that like Josh would probably you think he'd win like Nevada and Georgia? Like you think maybe this is the map or something like that?
Well, I think Josh Shapiro is more likely to win Georgia than Nevada. But Nevada is like growing in Republican support. Wisconsin, I'd keep in the Republican column, but I think it's a true toss up.
Mm-hmm. I think Josh Shapiro wins Arizona.
New York.
I think Arizona's an easy win for him. I think he wins it by 3. Like it wouldn't even be close. Arizona would be an easy win.
For Shapiro,
Now having New York in the like likely column, I have mixed thoughts on that. First off, I think Josh Shapiro would do better upstate than in like New York City. I think New York City would trend more to the right. And Josh Shapiro, he could get some upstate voters back if
Right.
Trump won in 2024.
What do you think if it's Vivek versus Josh Shapiro though?
Vivek. I don't think
Vivek.
Tech will win it by a landslide.
20.
I don't know about a
he's
land.
That's
candidate.
I don't know if he'd win in a landslide, but I think Vivek would have a good chance at beating Josh Shapiro, to be honest. I think it'd be close, but
thing is, I don't see.
Listen, the thing about Vivek
Thing is, I don't really see Vivek Ramaswamy getting the nomination. But if he somehow did, it'd probably be Vivek getting close to winning. But I think in the end, Josh Shapiro wins. If Biden won in 2024, I think Vivek would win, though.
right.
here's where I see.
Only thing I see a problem with all this, what you said, man, is like the world couldn't American could anywhere else because a free country is becoming more to like center and right than left. And I think the Democrats are going way too far left, and people like busted and traded a couple months ago about that picture, and I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Here's the thing
Honestly,
about
as of right
so
now,
if you remember,
I think for Vivek, I think this would be the map for him in 2028 against Josh Shapiro, to be honest. I think
RFK's dropping his song right now
what do you mean?
on Twitter Spaces.
What do you mean?
Really?
Yeah, no, he's dropping his rap song right now. I
What do you
just
mean
remembered.
his song?
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta see this.
Oh, hell no. What the heck is bro doing? A song he sung? A song?
Yeah, he's doing a rap song.
What? No way.
Yeah, no, did I go onto it? Go onto his face right now.
Are you,
Dude's trying to pull Ben Shapiro.
he's trying to pull a what? Hold on. Stop.
Do it again.
Stop.
I need a list. This.
First single
So-
was Drummer Boy.
Interesting.
Let's see. Hold on. So
This
RFK.
better be he. Okay.
I'm gonna be
Honestly,
honest.
if Haley wins the nomination, I
What?
think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. would probably get more.
No.
It's playing right now.
No, it can't be. What the bro, it can't be, bro. Please, bro, it can't be.
Oh, this is fire.
Who the fuck is that?
Something interesting I want to point out. It has to do with Vivek Ramaswamy. I actually rather do like him. Whether he wins in 2028 or not will likely come down to if he has a position in Trump's cabinet or not. I feel like
Right.
that's going to play a factor.
Right.
Here's what would determine. You gotta understand. Before the first debate, he was a completely different politician from what he was after. I don't know. I thought his campaign was very closely. I wrote a lot about him in one of my class, whatever. So his messaging.
Yo, guys, hold on. Let me listen to this. I want to hear him speak. Wait, I want to hear him rap. Hold on.
Yeah,
Wait.
I'll stop you.
Marjorie Taylor Greene in the audience.
Why would Marjorie Taylor Greene be in the audience?
No, she's literally in the audience.
No, it's a
Parody account.
parody account. Yeah.
I was getting a little confused because he endorsed Trump.
Bro, we got a RFK rap song before the DC primary results. That's crazy.
For the last 60 years, we have been loyal to one political party, when the truth is that they're both wings on the same bird. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. It's time to come together as a people and stand on business.
Wow, guys, let me
What
tell
do y'all
you
think
what this
if
means to me.
Vivek
because
Ramaswamy ran for president with Andrew Yang?
someone who's been on the Republican side,
Anyway,
now on the
that was
Democrat
actually
side,
fire too.
you know what I learned? There's just good and bad people in every party. You know,
That was
that's the
pretty heat.
bottom line. And those of us that
Bro, that shit, he
want the
didn't even
same
sing
things,
for real.
want to move this country forward,
I think he
we've
just
got
put
to
his
move
voice
it.
over
And we
for like
can
the
no
first
longer
half,
afford to be
or for
divided by
part of it.
political party. We can't be divided by race. We can't be
Anyways,
divided
as I
by
was saying
religion. We
about the
can't be
Vic,
divided by any of those
if you
things. And
remember
if you guys
before,
are
really
familiar
before the
with
first
any
debate,
of
his
these
message was
artists,
pretty
if you
moderate,
know who
pretty
Little
unifying,
Boosie is or
more
Boosie
focused on
Badass,
he's kind of like
he is
Obama.
a platinum selling rapper.
You know,
Number
really
one
No.
Grammy award winning producer.
No,
Hot Boy
but
Earth, money. If you know
then it
about
really
these
happened
guys, you
first
know,
debate.
guess what?
He really just
They
kind of
perfect,
flipped
no.
180.
But you know what they
He
did?
kind of got
They
into
came
conspiracy
together
theories. He
and made something so
kind of was
beautiful,
more of like
so
a
positive
dog,
to
Donald,
bring
you know,
us
like a
all
tag dog
together.
to
And
Donald
this
Trump,
is
which you know
something
is fine,
that we
but it's
all
not
should be
electable.
able to support. And
Like a
another
general
person that was a
election,
part of it
election
was
environment.
Rajon Murphy. Guys, you're guys gonna have to go get this song. But I want to come back to you really quickly. Now
You
that
would have
we've
to
heard the
report
song,
it.
they're gonna be able. It's available everywhere. You guys can go get it on Spotify. You can get it on Apple Music. It's through Independent on Business.
You mean before the
Okay,
debate?
listen, we go in the studio, right? And so, like you said, you didn't know what to expect, but you went in the studio, and I think Rashawn told you one take RFK. You went in and you recorded your part, and you were done in like 3 minutes, and you were in and out of there. How did you
That
nail it?
Ramaswamy is
Let me find out
Obama
if you've been recording
2.0.
before RFK.
I don't know. I think.
Okay, I'm looking.
I didn't know you could use sound effects in this VC.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I let people do that.
So
Yeah,
sorry.
I was gonna say I can't use sounds in here, so
Ivanka, somebody,
Yeah,
crypto
yeah,
creeper said Ivanka 2028, 2032.
I would say this. Looks like in the future the Republican Party is stronger position than the Democrat Party. Because people needed leaders.
Wait, what?
But
Somebody in the chat said that apparently Trump said that Stefanik would be the nominee in 28. Like somebody said that in the chat. Bro, not gonna lie, if she was the nominee, bro, not gonna lie, bro, if she was the nominee, bro, that would not be good.
Let's take a look.
Bro, nothing.
I'm just sitting here waiting for results. If I'm being fully
Yeah,
honest.
me too, but damn, bro, not one little vote. Holy crap, bro.
Oh my
I can't find anything about this. I think this is just made up or something. 'Cause I can't.
I
see
haven't
anything
even heard of
about
that either, so that was kind of weird. Yeah, that's why I was kind of like weirded out by that. That doesn't really make sense.
Since no votes are coming out of DC, I'm gonna do my election predictions now.
okay, go ahead.
Okay, so right here we have Xi Jinping versus Vladimir Putin. Who wins?
God.
Oh,
Okay, so California, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii goes blue because they're a bunch of communists.
this is true.
Anyways, the Northeast goes blue because they're a bunch of fucking communists.
No, not even.
All right, and now
Well,
you
Canada.
put the safe states for Vladimir Putin. Alaska because they're filled with a bunch of Russians.
This is true.
Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, Nebraska, South Dakota goes for Vladimir Putin.
Bro.
Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana. These states go for Vladimir Putin because they love Russia. They love Russia, folks. I'm afraid to say that.
Whoa. Those Idaho Nazis are not going to want to vote for Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, they will vote for Vladimir Putin.
Hello.
Utah goes for the Republicans. Kansas goes for the Republicans. Florida shrinks to the
But, you know.
ocean.
Oh, yo,
Yeah.
Vice President Kamala Harris calls for an
Ohio.
look, wait. It says
Let's go for a ceasefire.
Vice President Kamala Harris calls for an immediate ceasefire. I didn't know she was for a ceasefire.
Oh well, too bad. It's not gonna happen.
Anyway, they called for a ceasefire in Alabama. The Democrats surely get a victory there. Anyways, Georgia goes for Vladimir Putin.
Bro.
Illinois has a bunch of minority voters, so they go for Xi Jinping.
What the fuck?
Bunch of white dudes in the Midwest.
Yo, not gonna lie, bro. What do you think is gonna happen with the whole like Trump expected to rule, like the whole Supreme Court thing?
Oh, the justices are gonna overturn that. It's gonna
I
be
think
like
he'll be okay.
it's gonna be like I'm honestly suspecting a 9 to. I'm expecting not a 7, not a 6-3, but more so a 7-2-8-1 9 to nothing. One of those
Wow.
kinds of decisions.
Probably like 7-2. I'm gonna guess maybe 6-3 or something. I don't know.
Oh wow.
I really
Alright, folks. This is the final map. I'm gonna post it in the chat for y'all.
why is Florida
Florida has sadly shrunk into the ocean.
I see.
Florida?
What the fuck, bro? Not gonna lie, bro. I actually think that this would low-key make sense besides Alabama. What happened to Florida?
Ron
Florida
DeSantis.
shrunk to the ocean.
Okay, so
Bruh.
California would do the same thing then.
Come on, bro. Are you serious right now?
That's a beautiful map.
Average election prediction.
Average ET channel.
EP.
Average on-point elections predictions.
Bro.
California.
Yo, not gonna lie, guys. I always thought, look, I'm gonna do like a Trump slash RFK map, like just to see like how that would have worked out, like him as the Democrat.
Wait, can you do a Haley versus a Biden versus an RFK map?
Ooh,
Oh, that'd
That
be cool.
she'd be cooked.
yeah. You know what's funny? So there's been 3.
The thing is, RFK would take votes away from both of them. That's the thing. So it's not gonna be like
Okay.
it's not gonna be like one of those things where, um, like where what is it called? Oh, what the hell just happened? Okay, there we go.
The thing is though, so in the past 2 months, there's been 3 polls done on this, and
Mhm.
Biden's up by an average of 11 when they include RFK Jr. and Haley. When it's Biden versus Haley, Haley does very well, but when you include RFK Jr. and the other third-party candidates, she goes down. She goes
Yeah.
down 11.
Yeah, I know. She goes down by a lot. What I think would happen is possibly okay, so Biden would obviously I think Biden would win California, Washington. I think Oregon and Washington, low-key RFK gets second place here, in my opinion. I think that they're gonna be like
Interesting.
they'll be like 10-point victories for Biden probably, but Nikki Haley would get a very small amount of the vote there. I'm gonna keep going. So in terms of the safe Republican
Give
states,
Iowa to
I
RFK
think
Jr.
Wyoming would be safe far. I think Idaho would probably be safe far. I'm not even touching the Dakotas right now, and not even Oklahoma. I think that possibly
Utah is safe far.
like this, no. I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen there. In my opinion, what would happen if he's on the ballot.
All the Mormons would be fine with Haley, so they're part of
I
the
don't know about
Republicans.
that. I don't think no. I think that there's gonna be a problem for Haley there. You'll see in a second.
Why is that?
I just think that a lot of people there like wouldn't necessarily vote for her, to be honest. And then what you're gonna see
Why?
here is because she's like very establishmentarian and the whole like
Yeah, which is what Utah likes.
yeah, but I don't but I think they'd swing RFK. Like I mean maybe she'll still win it, but like I'm doing the safe states for now. I think RFK actually look at this. I think RFK does actually win.
Take a look.
I think he does win Maine by like pretty much a likely margin. I think he'll win the at-large vote, especially if he's cracking 24%. And more than likely, he's probably getting underestimated in the average. So I think that would be the case. I think that Dakotas would be like
Okay.
I think that Arkansas,
Wait, so
Louisiana
if
would be likely. I think that Alabama would still be safe R though, in my opinion. I think
Fair. Yeah.
Kentucky,
I think
we're
half
gonna
the
touch
South is
those
gonna
in
be
a
safe.
second. I think that possibly Biden gets DC still. I think Maryland's a lot closer. I think it's not going to be under 5, but I think it'll be like an 8-point win for Biden. However, I think RFK would pick off Vermont. I think he does get Vermont in this scenario. I think Biden, Massachusetts gets really close.
Vermont is like very progressive, I doubt it
And then I
goes
think
for RFK Jr.
Yeah, agree.
I'm gonna be honest, as somebody who's from the state of Massachusetts, RFK Jr., I wouldn't be shocked if he gets in the low teens later this year. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Anyways, Bush won it in a safe margin.
I think
but Roe did do good there.
I think if it was Joe Biden versus Nikki Haley versus RFK Jr., I think that Joe Biden supporters would go to Nikki Haley and Donald Trump supporters
would
would
go
go
to
to
RFK.
RFK Jr.
But I think he does still take a couple from Biden though, in my opinion. I think he does take a few. I think RFK as of right
Yeah,
now,
that's fair.
I think that I think a state like maybe, for example, like Connecticut would go to RFK by a likely margin. I think that Biden holds on to Delaware by a likely margin. I think Rhode Island.
This is a cursed map.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
really
cursed.
really weird. New Jersey's
I
close.
don't think RFK Jr. would take that much from Biden,
Well, you
but
gotta understand.
I'm not the one to decide that.
Hold on. I'm doing it on the preface that RFK would outperform the polling in this case. That's the point. RFK probably gets second.
Junior victory.
In my opinion, I think that RFK would probably end up getting like second place in the popular vote in this scenario. I think he'd beat Nikki Haley in the national popular vote.
Really?
I think that the final vote count would be like 35% Biden, and in RFK's like at 32%, and Nikki Haley would be like in the high 20s or something like that. Like I think that he would massively outperform polling data. That's why he's taking a lot of votes.
Give Arkansas to RFK Jr.
Hold on. Can I finish, please? So right now,
Yeah.
so basically, I actually think that I think RFK would like take Nebraska second by a lean margin. I think it would be a race between Haley and him, but I think he like barely gets it. I think the at-large vote's really close, and I think the first district is like under 10, and I think the third district is still safe, in my opinion. Possibly even this might even be close, especially if
Congressional rule.
right. Let's keep going. I think that more than likely, I think RFK, if he's getting like if he's almost tying Biden in the popular vote, I think he like barely gets New York. It's gonna be a really weird map, guys. Just letting you know right now. I think South Carolina is close, but I think it goes lean Republican. I think that here's where RFK would take a lot of Trump votes. I think he wins Kentucky pretty easily. I think he'd actually win it by safe. Like Nikki Haley would do really bad there. I think
Wait, what do you
Tennessee
constitute as
would be
safe and
likely.
likely? Like what margin?
Oh, like Kentucky, like plus 15 for RFK. RFK would do really good
wow.
with Trump voters. Yeah. I think that this would be a super weird map for everybody. It would be a weird map. This would go to the House for sure. Like, it would definitely go to the
Can I say something?
I think Mississippi is really
Yeah, go ahead.
close, but I think Nikki Haley would still hold on to it. I think Missouri easily goes for RFK. I don't think that it would even be like a question at all. I think that Biden would hold on to Colorado. So I think that would be the case.
Okay, on point.
Yeah.
On point. Can I say something about West Virginia real quick?
What? Oh yeah, you're right.
So I don't think Nikki Haley would win by a safe margin if RFK Jr.
but you
is
just
taking
yeah, but
from
you
Trump
just
votes.
reminded me he
I
would
think it would
no,
probably
no,
be safe
well,
for
hold on. I
RFK
think
Jr.
you just reminded me. I think it would probably go safe for him. I think he would win it because this is where he takes a lot of the Trump votes. I also think he'd get Florida by. I think he gets Florida by a lean margin. I think he'd get Florida. The vote
Yeah,
would be the vote would be really close there. Let me finish though. Hold on. Let me finish. I think RFK gets Montana by like 10 points. I think he wins it there. I think Nikki Haley is close in Utah, but I think that she'd still win it though. But it would be close. I think Oklahoma goes likely. I think Kansas would go lean R. I think RFK does take Texas, so he's already at 175. And then Arizona. Funny enough, I think Arizona would go to Biden. I think Biden would still get Arizona in this scenario because a lot of the Trump base would go to RFK. Some like Nikki Biden would retain most of his base in Arizona, in my opinion, because I think the state is just gonna trend left, like off a cliff. I think that RFK takes New Mexico probably by like a lean margin, probably. He'd do pretty good with Hispanics. I think he would win Hispanics nationwide amongst the three of them. And African Americans, he'd be like behind Biden by probably like 10, 15 points, more than likely. And so I think in the state of Georgia,
That's
I think in the state of Georgia, he wins it by a lean margin. I think that Biden would hold on to Virginia. Actually, you know what? No, I think in fact Haley would actually get Virginia. I know it sounds weird, but the thing is that I think Biden's support here would get fractured with RFK taking it and Nikki taking it, and she'd get like the establishmentarian vote. And so I think that she, in a weird scenario, she would actually get Virginia here. I think Nevada easily goes for RFK. It's like an easy win for him. I think he gets Hawaii. I think he gets Alaska pretty easily. It's a race between him and Haley, but I think he does get it. And we're coming up really quick here. I think that I think he does get North Carolina. I think that in the states of like Ohio and Iowa, he'd win them by likely margins for sure. He definitely would get those. And I think in the state of like Indiana, I think he does pick it up. I think a state like Illinois, it's really close, but I think Biden does still hold on to it. And then in the Rust Belt, RFK would probably have like these really easy victories. I think Minnesota would be like it would be a three-way race, but I think he does get it. And then here's the hot take here. I actually think Wisconsin would vote to the right, or yeah, vote to the right. Well, vote more independent than Minnesota in this scenario because I think a lot of more people he'd appeal.
RFK Jr. wins.
Yeah, he actually yeah, I have him winning at this
God.
point. And then Michigan I think would be a really close race between the three of them, but I think he does get it. However, I think in Pennsylvania
Michigan.
I think he does get Pennsylvania, and I think he gets New Hampshire like pretty easily as well. So he would actually win the electoral college. I mean, if he's behind Biden by 3 points in the national popular vote, then I mean it's not really impossible for this to happen.
Yeah.
So
No,
I mean, these kind of dynamics
no one
are
actually
very hard to predict.
Joe. So at the end of the day, it makes sense.
right, so yeah, this
No thought.
So
is the
are you?
map.
So what is it? So if you must know, I've been messing with my mic and all that stuff trying to get it to work. So is this? I'm assuming what it sounded like. Is it basically like if it was Nikki Haley versus Joe Biden versus RFK?
Yeah, I think he'd win. I think he would actually pull out the win, especially if you look at the polling data.
You
And I
say
think
he
would skyrocket up to like maybe in the high 20s, like before election day behind Biden, and he'd take over Nikki in the average, and then he'd outperform polling on election day. So that's what I think would happen.
So basically, you're talking 1912 on steroids.
Something like that. Yeah, it's like 1912, but like not the Democrat. You could make the case he even wins
This was a
Arizona.
really first prediction.
You could say that this would be like the max like he'd get. Like maybe Massachusetts and Maryland go would be like his max scenario, but I think that like Biden would still win these in my opinion, and I think he gets
You can share this map in the Discord so I can see it. I share the video.
You can pull up the stream if you have a different device.
No, I'm because I'm on my phone. I can't really do that.
Nice. Well, anyways, hopefully we get DC results soon because they are not out yet still. So,
We're still not out.
nope.
Well,
Bro,
Holy fucking do. The
Did we get
new
res-
Nevada.
did we get oh we didn't get results yet? Okay.
as
Yeah,
I was saying, I've been touting that to me states that should absolutely be on flip watch. Now, like I said, I'm not going to say Trump's going to flip like California or Vermont or Massachusetts, Maryland, a state like that. I don't think, or even probably Oregon, Washington, even if it gets close. But again, I know everybody in here, even Red Eagle, everybody I've seen is literally just written off of Colorado is like, oh, that's a lost cause. Like, oh, we just need to move on. I'm telling you right now, did that poll not just come out where he's only down by 6?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I saw that.
Democrats usually outperform in Colorado, though. They outperformed in like 2020.
Well,
Yeah, that is
here's
true.
the thing. Here's the thing you mentioned about 2020. I think 2020 in Colorado was kind of a one-off thing in terms of it just being that hard to the left. And because one thing you got to think about, what is there a bunch of in Colorado? I understand people's going to say, oh, liberals, California. But was there also a lot of throughout the entire state, even in the Denver
Hispanics.
metro, Hispanics and third party independents? As a matter of fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Colorado like if they're not number one, they're up there in terms of like independence for third party?
I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot
know,
of
but
white liberals moving to.
Like the libertarian movement did really well in Colorado back in like 08.
I think white liberals are going to Colorado from California, and they're making California more Republican. California is shifting to the right.
Right.
The fact that Gavin Newsom did worse than Ron DeSantis is just embarrassing.
Now, I think it's going to be a long time for, say, California really turns a corner for Republicans, but I don't think Colorado is gone because we were saying the same thing about Georgia going into this year before polls start coming out.
Right, yeah, that is.
I don't think you're saying that.
No, a lot of
I-
people, a lot of people were saying Georgia was like long gone. A lot of people were.
We were saying that Virginia was gone before, but then it turned a corner to Glenn Youngkin.
Right.
Is the state party. The state party of Colorado is incompetent.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think too many people are focused on Denver and those Denver immediate suburbs inside of E470 because you've got a lot of white working class up in Fort Collins and Greeley, Longmont, kind of those like exurbs, like going towards Wyoming. Of course, you got a huge military presence in Colorado Springs, historically very Republican. I think it's going to turn a corner this year. Of course, you got a lot of Hispanics down in Pueblo. Um, and I think if Trump can really get out those votes in those areas to maybe even make a play in exurban Denver, I think he can get it really close and possibly to me, if he does manage to flip Colorado, it'll be like say Georgia margins for Biden. It'll be extremely close.
If he were to flip Colorado, he'd have to swing the state by like 14%.
Yeah.
I doubt he would.
Let's not forget though, same thing happened in Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. Because wasn't in 2012, Michigan voted for Obama for like 15 or something?
No,
like
that was
Those
that
guys
was
don't
08.
live in a haze of pot smoke.
That was 08. That's the thing that that's the thing that took two
Well,
cycles.
I think
That took two
partisanship in
cycles to
America.
happen.
Michigan went to Obama by 9
Okay.
or 9.5, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that took two cycles to really happen. So I think maybe in the future, I guess you could say if like a Republican wants to legalize marijuana or something, yeah, they could win it. But like,
We'd have to be extremely bold.
Well, here's the thing though.
Hispanics.
I'm just saying because of the trends that Trump's getting with Hispanics, where he could actually win the Hispanic vote,
No.
a decent mark. Oh, you don't even think so?
Like win the whole thing, I doubt it. He would have. Let's see. How did he do in
I'm not saying he's going to win like 80% of Hispanics. I'm saying he's getting possibly like it could be really close.
I think Trump can win Hispanics this year, though.
Because
if Trump and Biden are going for a rematch in 2024, I don't see Colorado shifting like 14% to the right.
Here's
I
the
don't.
thing, though. I can explain it. So here's my take, and you can use the same thing with New Mexico. One big issue, and like I said, I'm a guy that goes out there all the time. I know people that are fairly plugged in out there in terms of like pollsters and all that stuff. There's a lot of anger towards Biden over the sub. There's a lot of anger, and plus they're fearful that when the Colorado Supreme Court basically said Trump can't win the state in the primary, that has really energized Republicans. Because even Democrats out there were thinking, okay, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's still Colorado, though.
Biden's not going to get, I don't think he's going to get nearly the amount of progressives that he got in 2020. Because one thing people got to realize in 2020, the be all end all issue was COVID. And, COVID, that was the one issue. And I think this time around, and you look at how Trump is leading Biden in almost every major issue going into this election: inflation, immigration, foreign policy. Trump is absolutely destroying him. And as we've all said, the polls have underestimated Trump in just about every state in 2016 and 2020. And like I said, now,
Okay, could I speak on that real quick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you say that Trump has been underestimated by the polls, which is true. However, the incumbent presidents usually outperform the polling. For example, Obama in 2012, I think he overperformed by like 1 or 2 by the popular vote. George Bush in 2004, he overperformed by like a little bit. So usually the incumbent president is expected to overperform in the polling. And those are like.
So are you saying that they're actually overestimating Trump a little bit?
I think they're underestimating Biden by a little bit.
Well, I think it's still pretty early, so I think we'll probably end up evening out.
And that's the thing people got to realize with these polls. Trump has not even announced who his VP is. They've not even had one debate. I mean, again, and things like that. Like, say Trump decides to go with, I don't know, I'll throw a name I've been throwing out there, Lee Zeldin. I think that makes New York a lot closer because Lee Zeldin's really popular in New York. Even though he barely lost, a lot of people in the state of New York really like Lee Zeldin.
This is true.
And if, say, Trump decides just for the heck of it, I want to do a rally in Madison Square Garden. I want to do a rally in the South Bronx, which he has said he's going to do. And he said, and like, if he just continues what he's doing in terms of anytime he does a rally, not with all the rhetoric stuff and all that stuff, just come out and say, listen, was it better when I was there before COVID, or is it better now?
Which is what he's done, to be fair, too.
Exactly. And that's why I think he's doing a lot better. And, plus a lot of those polls have not even accounted for how much of the vote is RFK going to get. And I seen one poll where he's polling at almost 15%. Like, he's getting a lot.
Around like 10, so yeah.
Okay, well, I've seen
a lot.
a couple polls where he was getting like almost 15.
Yeah,
And
no,
if
that
you
was
look at that, and he is getting a lot of your Bernie progressive voters really like RFK. And I that's why I think, in states where you do have a huge progressive presence like Colorado, I think he'll do really well there.
Or not 10, sorry, like 13, that's what I meant. Yeah.
I was going to mention something on point last night when I was talking with some other people in this VC. I wanted to mention that it's not going to happen. But theoretically, if Trump was going to win Massachusetts, he'd have to take like 35%. RFK would need to take 35% of the vote from Biden
Yeah,
to make
basically.
it even out, and then Trump would win with his 35% because his voter base here still likes him.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Because that's one thing I will say. I think, especially in that New England area, like Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, I think RFK will do exceptionally well there just off of his name. You know, people still think of John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, uh, other Kennedys. You know, the very popular family up there in that part of the country, and I think he's doing very well. And you know, like I said, I think this feels a lot like the 1992 election, honestly.
Yeah, it does.
Guys, look at my screen. What do you think about my map for a Trump versus RFK matchup?
It's
Not
funny.
gonna happen.
I don't know.
Well, it's not gonna happen. It's
I
just
think like
that-
RFK could win.
it's not gonna happen, but it's just a hypothetical. Like if it were to
I
happen,
think RFK could win, honestly.
I
I
think
think
it's a good.
RFK Jr. would win over Donald.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I actually used to be one of those people thinking like, oh, he'd win all the states that Biden got plus North Carolina, but not gonna lie, I think the momentum is so good for Trump right now that I think he would like just barely beat RFK as of right now, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but Trump was unpopular during his presidency. RFK Jr. could just bash him on his presidency. He's seen as the non-incumbent, RFK Jr.
Yeah, I mean, because whether we want to admit it or not, you know, I think one thing that is kind of holding back Trump right now is the fact he can't campaign nearly as much as he should right now because of all the court cases. And I think if he didn't have all the court cases going on in Florida and New York and Georgia, I think he would actually be polling even higher than what he is right now.
Sydney.
Well,
Bro, I hate these people, bro. Some people on the
Trump is just
bro,
extremely
some people
polarized.
on the right honestly really piss me off. Like, really, this is what you're talking about. Sydney Swidney's SNL episode has some of the most recent views in history, and it says you can have the fat women, transgenders, and circus freaks you all want in ads and magazines, but Sydney Sweeney just proved that 200,000 years in a row, men still prefer blondes with racks, bro. Come on, bro. Like, really, bro. Like, really, like.
Another
I
state
get it, like I
actually,
agree, but like I don't understand why this is what they talk about. Like I don't get it.
Listen,
but another state I've got Trump actually winning in a tilt margin is Virginia. Here's why. What's the big issue in Virginia right now? And has been the last few years. It's actually got
education.
the education. All Trump's got to do is go out there and say, look, you know, look what the Democrats are wanting to do. They're wanting to push all that stuff, you know, all the LGBT stuff in schools to your kids. I mean, I think that could be a winning issue for him in a state like Virginia, especially if he convinces Glenn Youngkin to endorse him.
I think Youngkin is going
Here's the thing, though. Glenn Youngkin, he won by like 2% against a horrible candidate, Terry McCall.
I think when we make these huge
Wasn't
maps,
Terry McAuliffe the governor that had like a blackface scandal?
yeah,
no, that
no,
was McDonald. That was
no,
it
there
was
was
either McDonald or Northam, one of the
it was
two.
North. Anyways, but I think when we make these like big predictions, like oh, this state that went to this guy by 10 or whatever is gonna flip. I think you're just really missing out that the country's very polarized and that most people will not vote for either one under any circumstances. It's just this like small sect of 6 to 7% that can be really swayed either way. So I think that's just people when they miss out, be like, oh, this state could be really, really competitive. It's like
Yo guys, I'm gonna
people
do a
have to abandon that
hypothetical. Yo.
polarization.
I'm doing a hypothetical Trump versus Biden map in 2016.
2016.
I'm doing a 2016 version. Like if Biden would have
Trump
ran,
would probably win.
I don't know. I don't know. Low-key, I think he's cooked.
You should do after this Bernie Sanders versus Trump because I feel like that was what most people were expecting because Hillary was doing just awful in the primary.
That would have been arguably the most interesting debates we've ever seen. You know, Trump would have mentioned like, "Oh, he's just a communist, and all his supporters are communists. They want the Soviet Union." And
I think like okay, obviously like Colorado would have still been lean because of the third party vote share and like all this and whatever, and Alaska would have still been like it probably would have gotten a little likely in my opinion. So like so far, this is probably where we're sitting at in terms of the electoral college. Like a lot of the margins are pretty similar to like the real thing, in my opinion. I think Maine would be likely. I think Donald Trump wins in the second district there. I think Nebraska's second is going to be tilt, in my opinion. And first of all, what's actually quite funny, okay, I think Biden wins Michigan. I think he does get it. It's really close, but I think he does pick it off. I still think Trump gets Pennsylvania. And I think Trump barely gets Arizona. And I also think Georgia would fall under 5. I think Georgia is.
I don't think he would barely get
I
Arizona.
think Arizona. I think Arizona would go to Trump by a lean margin. Actually, I don't think it would shift by like 4 points. And for Pennsylvania, I think it would just be tilt Democrat, with Wisconsin being a tilt Republican state.
So you think it would be like 270 to 68? You think that's what would happen?
that's very
I think it would be 270 to 268. Biden, he was known as Scranton Joe. So
That's
I
true.
think that would
Maybe he
help
does.
him in
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
maybe he does get
I
Pennsylvania.
don't think that he would win in Wisconsin though. I think Trump would still prevail there.
Yo, guys, not gonna lie, my biggest political hot take in history is that Trump would lose to Bernie Sanders. I think he would have lost to Bernie Sanders, first of all. I also think that
2016
It's
is
not really a hot take.
I think
In 2016,
well, a lot of people think I'm crazy for it, but I actually don't think that's the case. I think the southern states would swing to the right like crazy. Like I think these would be super big victories. Arizona would be likely again. I think Colorado in this scenario would be likely just because of the fact that Bernie would get a lot of those progressive voters back, but I think a state like New Mexico might actually be way closer. I think Alaska's likely. I think Bernie wins Nevada. I think he would get it, but I think it's closer. I think that Illinois would go safe Dem. I think all of these states would basically go safe Dem. I think New York goes safe Dem. However, Iowa and Ohio, I think would be closer because Bernie would have a lot. He'd have a lot more.
I really think in this scenario, Virginia would go Republican.
Yeah, that's what I was about to fill out. I think it does go. But honestly, I think that Bernie Sanders does. I think he cooks Trump in this scenario. I think he might cook him based on the math here.
Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I also think Maine's second congressional district would have been close. I think this would have gone here. And I think Virginia would be a really close state, but I still think it's lean Democrat. I still think it's
I just said it would be until Republican.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Bernie would win it by like a point or two. Like it'd be closer, but I don't think he'd win it. I don't think Trump would pick it off. The Colorado, New Mexico trends would happen really fast. So
I would argue if you're gonna give Bernie Sanders to by a lean margin, I would just say it would be by a tilt margin because Tim Kaine was Hillary Clinton's VP, and that really helped
he was
her in Virginia.
it did not help. He didn't do anything for the team.
yeah, guys, the
VPs don't
VP,
really
the
matter.
VP, the VPs do not matter.
Yeah,
The
just don't
VPs back then did not matter as much as they do right now. The VP is gonna matter a lot for Trump just because it's a little bit different. We're in the social media age. People are looking
Well,
at stuff.
I think it's going to matter more
So
now
it's
because
gonna matter more now, but I think back then it wouldn't have really made a difference. To be honest, that's just my opinion. I don't think.
that makes me want to ask a question. Who would be best between these two? Because I'm really high on Lee Zeldin. I think make he would make it where if he does pick Lee Zeldin, I think that would make New York absolutely competitive.
No.
And or
No.
what about even Vivek? Like maybe Vivek won him over, and he's like, you know what?
Big vice presidential picks make a big difference. Like, you mean getting that New York to be competitive, like we intelligence became a DC. I think if you go like a little bit to the right, it just barely. I think vice presidential picks would really influence something.
See, I think this would be the Bernie map for Trump. I think Nevada's closer. Um, but I think he still gets it though. I think Bernie would have beat Trump.
2020. Let me ask you guys this: 2020.
What about 2020?
2020 presidential election. Bernie Sanders versus Trump. Who wins?
Oh, the
Trump.
2020 election, low-key Trump would have won that.
Yeah, and I can explain why.
Trump, no, but I know, no, but hold on. Let me explain it. I think that Bernie Sanders in this timeline, he fared off a little bit worse in the primaries, and so I think like if he would have somehow gotten the nomination, I think Trump obviously has the incumbency factor on his side, so that's a big part of it. He has a really big incumbency thing on his side, so that would have played a big role. I think that Bernie would have done better in this timeline in states like Georgia and things like that. Like he wouldn't have won them, but I think it still would have been close. I think North Carolina would have been a lean state. I think
Yeah.
Georgia would probably be like a 1 or 2 point victory for Trump. I think Texas is likely. I think Florida would be likely in this timeline. I think Colorado would probably ended up being plus 15 in this timeline. I think it would have ended up being plus 15. And a lot of the Dem states would have been a little bit more bluer. So like the country basically just would have been more polarized in this timeline, basically. Nebraska second, I
Now, let
think, would
me
have been a lot closer though. I think Nebraska second would have been close. I think New Mexico would have actually swung way far right compared to Colorado. I think Colorado would be long gone, but I think New Mexico would have been a lot closer because of the whole oil thing with Bernie Sanders down there. So I think that would have happened. I think Alaska would still be likely. I think Trump would take Arizona by like a couple of points. I think he'd take it by like 1 or 2. And I think he would have won Wisconsin by like a point. And I think he would have gotten Pennsylvania, and he probably would have gotten Michigan as well. I think Minnesota would have probably still been likely. I think Nevada would have been close, but I don't think it would have been a flip. Virginia would have been likely, and I think New Hampshire would have probably been likely still. So this would have been the map. Trump would have basically almost had his 306 victory. The only difference is that Nebraska second doesn't go to him. But other than that, he basically would have retained everything else.
Now here's a good question. What if it was? Here's a good one to do. What if it was Trump versus Biden, but you didn't have COVID? Like say COVID never happened.
Okay,
Trump wins.
if it's Trump versus Biden with no COVID, yeah, that's Trump would have done really well that cycle. I think that Trump would have had a way easier time winning re-election. Um I think that these would have all been safe for the most part. I think all of these
Y'all can share the video into the chat.
just go to my channel. I'm literally streaming live right now.
But here's the thing, though. I'm on my phone. I would end up not in here.
What do you mean? You can still be on the phone on Discord and not be in the app. You know that, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I think in this scenario, I think Texas and Florida are likely. South Carolina would be safe. I think Iowa and Ohio would be likely states. I think they'd be like R plus 10. Maybe R plus 11, R plus 10. Florida would be like R plus 6, maybe. Texas would be like approaching, like, it would be like similar to the 2016 victory. I think Trump probably wins it by like 7 or 8. probably. I think New Mexico falls under a likely margin. I think in this timeline, Trump would have done better with African Americans. I think Illinois would have fell under 15. Same thing for New York. I think, well, actually, New York, no. I think New York would have still been safe, plus 15, but it would have been a little bit closer. I think like Rhode Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, likely, Delaware would have happened. That I think would have happened. I think Virginia would have still been not safe. It still would have been likely, but I think it would have been a closer likely margin. I think that more than likely, maybe Nebraska, the Maine second would have been like a little bit redder, and I think we'll get to Maine in a second actually, because I'm gonna touch Maine. I think North Carolina would have been over 5. I think Georgia would have been like a 3 or 4 point win. I think Arizona would be like a 1.5 point victory. I think Wisconsin would have been probably a 2 point win for Trump. He wins Pennsylvania by 1. He would have gotten Michigan by maybe Pennsylvania's like 1.8, and this would have been like a 1.2 victory or something like that. I think Trump would have gotten Nevada. I think he would have gotten New Hampshire, and I think he would have gotten Maine. I think he would have gotten the Nebraska second district, and I also think that Minnesota would have barely stayed for Biden. It would have been super close, in my opinion. So basically, so basically, it's the same map, but Nevada, New Hampshire, Maine, and Nebraska all flip, pretty much.
Yeah.
Trump would have had a way easier time winning re-election.
Let me comment real quick on Trump versus Sanders 2020. The reason that he would win is because Bernie would struggle with the groups that Biden needed to win.
Yeah.
Biden won based off increased turnout in black voters and off of suburbs. Guess what groups Bernie did the worst in?
Right.
Black voters and suburbs. That's it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's why he would have lost. Yeah, you're right.
I think the reason why Bernie could possibly win in 2020 is Latino voters in the Southwest, which could possibly flip Arizona to his column.
On point. Just one other question. If it was Donald Trump versus Mary Peltola, how would that go?
Bruh.
What?
In
Probably the
what-
most
in
random
20
thing.
Mary Peltola,
in 20
Yeah,
Mary Peltola
in-
wins in Alaska.
in 2024.
Mary Peltola wins against Trump in Alaska.
Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Let's do a presidential election map, but it's like dictators do history. Like Pol Pot versus Joseph Stalin. Like
I already did one of those in chat.
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler versus Joseph Stalin. Who wins?
Oh,
We still don't have results.
yeah. Anyways.
Hey,
Yeah,
DC is the new Nevada.
I got a good one. Idi Amin versus God, who's the one in Libya?
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi, yeah.
Who the
Idi Amin versus Muammar Gaddafi.
Who the
Wins.
fuck is that?
Oh, what?
Why
Anyway.
would you want to do that?
Who is that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Wait, what about
some of you guys need to pay attention to this, okay? So
wait, what about Saddam Hussein versus Kim Jong Un?
Bro, chill, bro. Okay, guys, so this would be the Donald Trump versus Mary Peltola map. I hate the people that said she'd beat Trump. It wouldn't happen. She just wouldn't have enough national appeal. She wouldn't have enough national appeal to do it. I think if she was running against Mitch McConnell, sure, like she'll win 3. She'll win 3.
Win Alaska by a landslide.
Okay, not in a landslide, but I mean, she could have a shot at winning it at that point.
I want to read this out real quick. So there's a guy, and he calculated the crosstab errors in 2020 and 2022. Amongst black voters, it was 17 points was the error. In 2022, it was 27 points. For Latino voters, it was 20 points was the crosstab error. So just so you know, before you get all, boggled up in the crosstabs, oh my gosh, Trump's winning Hispanics in this crosstab. They were off by 20 points in that group last time in 2020. So
Like in the favor of what? Like Republicans or Democrats?
for the
So,
content, they're always terrible. They don't pay attention to those.
all right, guys. Mitch McConnell versus Nancy Pelosi. I'm doing a map between these two. The worst possible map you could have. Turnout would be super low. There'd probably be like 50 million votes nationwide or something. Turnout would be very low.
Versus Nancy Pelosi.
Hey, you're forgetting the third congressional district of Nebraska there.
Mm,
Thank you.
okay.
Oh, you know, it'd be cool. Do Trudeau versus Olivier. I think that would be interesting.
Probably
Nope.
Trudeau.
Pierre Olivier and Justin Trudeau, Canada.
Guys, I'm a Canadian. So in Canada, probably is destroying Trudeau right now.
Yo, I have a map for y'all. I'm gonna post it in the chat.
Okay.
This is like best Democrat performances since 2000.
Okay. This would be the map.
Where is Mitch McConnell?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
He's from Kentucky.
Hence why I have him winning a state like Georgia.
Mitch McConnell. No, Mitch McConnell would win, would lose by like a landslide.
Yeah,
No, I think Nancy Pelosi is just as
You got
hated as him.
Nancy Pelosi is just as unpopular.
no, not just as, but she's unpopular too. But
Nah, I think it'd be close, but I think she still wins though.
There's no way Mitch McConnell gets 200 electoral votes.
I'll tell y'all.
He's the worst senator. He's the worst senator in U.S. history.
Hey, here's an electoral map you should do: Abraham Lincoln versus Jefferson Davis.
Bro, are there still no results?
dude, there's
So,
Oh, first result. Oh my god.
What?
Oh, guys, we got cooked. We're cooked. We're doomed. Yo, everybody real quiet. Oh,
Haley.
shit.
we're fucked.
People know DC is the swamp. Okay, they're gonna say Haley beats Trump in DC. And people,
I have a map for you.
That is crazy, bro. She actually won DC, bro. Ain't no
yeah,
way.
by a lot.
Damn, bro. It wasn't even close.
It's not really surprising. They're full. They're filled with a bunch of liberals.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the
yeah,
swamp.
that's what I said. Like, it wouldn't be a super big surprise if he.
Remember, the Republicans in DC are usually the consultants, the lobbyists, the people who are working in the sphere that do not like the guy.
Yeah, y'all can't look into Nikki Haley won DC. That doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, she gonna get. This is about January 6th. She is a Democrat.
Haley meant some.
She is a Democrat confirmed. Yeah.
Here's the trivia question: how many times has a Republican ever won Washington D.C. in a presidential election?
Yeah, it's never happened.
Zero.
Never.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bro, people are talking about they are rigging it. It's a closed primary. How are they gonna rig that?
All right. Anyways, now that we have these results. Anyways,
Should have said this 10 minutes ago. You could have reversed it. Oh nah, bro. Nikki Haley went to Washington D.C.
I claim fraud.
Love my file. Haley's only victory in this primary will be the swamp. The irony of that is fucking hilarious. I mean, that's true.
it's literally from the swamp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Real Americans tweet he just posted?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. When people say this headline tomorrow, Haley wins DC, Trump loses whatever, Trump loses DC, people they're gonna know that he lost the swamp. I mean, 'cause everybody knows DC is the swamp.
Yeah, and it's also what, a 2,000 vote primary? Only 2,000
Yeah,
people
nobody's
voted.
gonna
Like,
care. People probably didn't even know it happened. Okay, but anyways, now that we have a lot of you here in this voice chat, I actually kind of wanted to ask about this because I know this is kind of like it's an election-centered community, and I do understand that. But I think we should have a discussion about a second Trump term and what kind of things, what kind of people need to be in his cabinet, and what kind of policies he should focus on, and
yes.
what kind of things he should do. Well, what do you guys think? What kind of people do you think should be in his cabinet to begin with?
LTE tomorrow, Haley wins DC, Trump campaign falling apart. That's so true.
I think Slick should be the Secretary of State.
My name is Tom
Like
Brown. I'm
person,
the owner
I
of
think he should be
Racing.
the
We
vice
are a
president.
roofing company here in Central Florida.
Yep. And then let's
Closed.
say
That's a big Trump win, or at least semi-closed.
he's selling his name. Yeah.
But let's.
I think he could be a good
Does think
staff. What's it called again? The Secretary of Staff. or
Still
something?
Chief of staff. I think
I love that sound bit of him. It's so funny. They did everything. I did everything right in the entire bit.
most people.
I did everything. Me.
Riley
I did
Moore
everything
supports
right and
so
they
flip
indicted me.
one that's actually
Nikki Victory.
win a primary. He did Nikki if Trump can get 46, 47. Yeah, he could win the state. They projected Nikki Haley the winner. Is this real?
We're
We
here.
don't have any votes, but they projected Nikki
Why
Haley
are
the
we
winner.
all
Is this
here?
true?
I thought I would also.
Is
bring
Nikki
up the
Haley
fact
going
who
to win a
heard that
primary?
Nikki Haley no longer
What-
claims that the poor people nominee is.
Trump.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, she said she's
I'm gonna
not going
go
to
with the
support whoever the
opposite.
nominee is,
All
which
you
is
have-
she
He
said.
got 30
Well, the
votes.
reason what made me bring that is she said she's gonna break.
She's
So
getting
Haley
sued.
wins a very low turnout.
She's getting
contest,
sued.
by the way. Actually, lower turnout than 2016. which is
Suing
not-
her.
Wow. It says something of historical note here. It says something of historical note here. Nikki Haley is the first Republican woman to win a primary contest. That's crazy.
recently, but Haley leads it.
Trump should do an X post right now. I came in second. I won.
Chris got 80% actually.
We all love
Believe it or
JR.
not. There's that.
We all
Yeah,
love J.R. Majewski,
676
don't we?
to 1,200. How many of those voters were Democrats that just registered so they could vote for Haley in the DC primary? That's a
Also,
big
Red Eagle just made a good point. Red Eagle made a good point. It could also be that a couple of Democrats just decided to register Republican just to vote for her in the primary, like ahead of time. That could have happened too.
Speculate over that. We know how the swamp is. We know how the party is. I mean, look, we know how it is.
Took her long enough.
These bureaucrats. That's the
like
best
if
word.
there were almost 3,000
City of
votes that were
hypocrites.
I want to
cast
know what
in
she says.
2016,
Most of his time in foreign
35 this time around. So he had lower turnout, but Trump doubled his vote share from 2016 until now.
So I need to see how many
And on
how many delegates is Haley
the
getting?
total
16.
final
That's
for the
it, 16.
final total for the
Wow, what a great lead.
1,500.
He's gonna get
Which I mean, it is what it is. Turnout for Biden was getting too, so
The
it
greatest
doesn't
fact
really
comes
matter.
back.
There's not a lot of registered
Yeah, like
Republicans.
the AP just projected it, so.
Oh man, she's gonna be insufferable for about 2 days where she gets humbled. I actually am kind of enjoying this.
Y'all think
A registered
wins the
Republicans.
presidency that Democrats are
Oh
gonna
man, she's gonna be insufferable for about
actually
2 days
riot
where she
over
gets
the
humbled. I
Capitol?
actually am kind of
And
enjoying
Maybe not on the Capitol, but I think they're definitely gonna ride.
private.
She's gonna be like, guys, I won!
I think regardless who wins, there's gonna be riots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nikki Haley and
I think whoever wins, there's gonna be riots no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, though, if RFK Jr. somehow won, I don't think there would be riots. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
no, there would. Because like the raging
That's not
what's
So she did actually win the DC, so that's interesting. So she did actually win it.
The democracy people are gonna riot. Be overturned.
That's fucking hilarious. It was a 2,000 vote primary. She ended up winning it. Like, bro, come on, bro.
Yeah, she wins the swamp. We're fine with that. I'd
Yeah.
rather her win. And hey, by the way, Trump knows these people. Now he knows that they're still against him. Now he knows who to fire. So and not to hire. So good for him.
Right.
Here, let's do a sarcastic edition of who Trump should have in his cabinet. One person would, if we're talking sarcastic, Claudine Gay should be one.
All
of
right,
them.
guys.
Why?
I understand that like you guys want to talk and stuff, which is fine. You guys could continue talking, but I am in fact gonna end the stream, and I do have to go work on other things. I had said I was gonna end the stream once the results came in, so
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right, good night, guys. See you guys soon. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream now. Please like the stream if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell. Join the Discord. And fill out the general election poll form in the description down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the North Dakota caucus. I mean, bruh.